Hello gamers, and welcome to the TheFPSReview.com's YouTube channel. I am your host Brent Justice, and today I have a quick look at a video card. I have in front of me the ASUS ROG Strix Gaming Radeon RX 5700 XT. It's a long name, but this is a high-end Radeon RX 5700 XT GPU-based video card from ASUS. So this is the O8G Gaming version, and ASUS does have other versions of this GPU, and this is their top-end, highest factory overclocked version of the Radeon RX 5700 XT. This is the pinnacle of what they have currently in their lineup. And as you can see from the box, we have OC edition, 8 GB of GDDR6, PCIe 4.0 support, Radeon RX 5700 XT. Let's take the box away, and there's the video card. It's large. It's not a small video card, but that is because it has an incredibly robust cooling built into it, and that really improves the thermals compared to the reference design. So that's a big thing. Plus, it has a very high factory overclock for a Radeon RX 5700 XT, which will take the performance beyond that of a reference video card out of the box. So let's go over a little bit of specifications on it before we take a look at it. We'll go over the specs first, and I'll show you the video card. And again, you can read our full review on our website at www.thefpsreview.com. We have a full written review with performance and all the specifications and everything laid out there. First of all, this is based on AMD's new RX 5700 XT GPU. It's a 7nm GPU, RDNA architecture, PCI Express 4.0 support. So that's what this is based on. Now, this specific video card has an MSRP of $459.99. That is compared to a reference MSRP of $399.99 for a Radeon RX 5700 XT. So this does have a price premium, but that is because of all the features that ASUS has thrown onto this video card to make it what it is and make it well beyond what a reference card is capable of. So this has a high clock speed, as we mentioned. We'll start with the base clock on this. The base clock out of the box is 1770 megahertz. That is compared to a reference base clock on the reference card of 1605. So the base clock itself is higher. But what really counts is the game clock, the clock speed that this will run at while you're gaming. That is rated on this card at 1905 megahertz, 1905. Now that is compared to a reference clock speed of 1755. So there's your difference in clock speed. 1755 is what a reference card would be, but this is factory overclocked at 1905. So that's very high. Now it can even boost beyond that speed because of the thermals. The cooling on this card and the power that it delivers is such that the clock speed can actually go beyond that. And in our review, we show you what that real-time clock speed is. So check out our review to see what that actually turned out to be. The total boost clock on this video card is actually rated at 2010 megahertz, 2010. So that's 2 gigahertz. And the reference is 1905. So the total boost clock on this thing is very high, 2 gigahertz. Then it has a software overclock mode. You can load up GPU Tweak 2 on this video card, click a button for a software overclock, and that will take your game clock to 1965 instead of 1905, just with a simple click. And then the total boost clock goes up to 2035 with that click. So if you just want to do a simple overclock with this video card and not manually overclock it, you have that software option, and it can be even higher. But then, of course, the third option, and the best one, and the one that we do in our review, is to manually overclock the video card. Then you can get well over that. And we do that. So check out our review to see what the total overclock on that is. So those are the clock speeds, and that is one thing that really separates this from a reference video card and gives it the ability to be much faster out of the box than any reference video card could be. It has 8 gigabytes of GDDR6 at 14 gigahertz. That's standard. What's very cool, we'll start flipping this over and take a look at it. What's very cool on this video card, maybe a little bit hard to see in the video, but this has a dual BIOS on it. That means there's 2 BIOSes, and there's this BIOS switch right here. This is actually right here. This is a BIOS switch. Now the default setting on this is in the performance mode, but there is an optional secondary quiet mode. Now in the primary mode, you're going to get the most performance, and that's what it ships in. That's the default setting. But if you, let's say, want quietness, you can turn it down to the second setting, and it has a less aggressive fan profile and lower clock speeds. But let me tell you, there's no reason to do that. If you're spending a price premium on this video card to begin with, you're spending more money than a reference card, you will want that performance overclock. You will want that factory overclock. You will want that more aggressive fan profile, because that means a faster, more consistent experience when you're gaming. So you definitely will probably not want to even mess with that. And let me tell you, it's not a loud video card anyway on the performance mode. The fans just are not loud. So it really isn't a problem. You probably won't ever need to switch this, but the options are there if you want to do that. You can also see that this has an enlarged printed circuit board PCB. The PCB is larger than you would find in a reference design, and what that allows for is a very large heat sink. It's an enlarged heat sink for more heat dissipation and more heat dissipation area. That allows the video card to cool much better. You can see these are very large heat sink blocks that are on this thing. They make direct contact with the GPU. The heat pipes that go through this make direct contact with the GPU. The memory is also cooled. So the enlarged PCB, enlarged heatsink, that gives it that great cooling ability already. But then you throw onto that the unique blades here, the axial fan blades that ASUS has put on here, and that gives it even more cooling. We've got 3 big fans here. It really keeps the heatsink well cooled. They don't have to spin very fast to keep the heatsink cooled, so it's a quiet video card. They are a unique ASUS fan design. The hardware on this is also ASUS Super Alloy Power 2, and that has premium alloy chokes, solid capacitors, and an array of high current power stages. So this has all of the premium hardware to back up that overclocking on it. It has ASUS Aura Sync, so you can sync your RGB in software to compatible devices. This lights up here where we have these little squigglies here, and then we have a light up here with the Republic of Gamers, and then on the back a light up with the logo there. We have a full back plate on this video card, ASUS Strix right there. It's a full solid metal back plate, keeps the card very rigid, solid. Also does not trap heat. It allows air to escape from underneath it, so it doesn't actually become a damper to heat and trap the heat in. Well, there's an LED switch right here. Allows you to simply turn on and off the LEDs or RGBs on the video card. Just hit the switch if you don't like them, turn them on if you do. So that's nice and simple. This does require 2 8-pin power connectors. That is on purpose here from ASUS. They wanted to give you plenty of power, stable power delivery, so that you can overclock. This thing is geared for overclocking. So you have the stable power for that. This also supports ASUS Fan Connect 2, and right here are the fan connectors for that. That allows external fans inside your case to be controlled by the GPU temperature, which is really nice. So you can control them from the video card. And what else do we have here? We've got on the connector side, we have one HDMI and 3 display ports. ASUS recommends a 600 watt PSU. And yeah, it's just robust all the way around. You can even see the heat pipes sticking through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, it's a large video card, but that's on purpose. That is to give it really good cooling and allow you to overclock. So in terms of size, we'll bring a ruler out here. The video card measures 12 inches in length, which is right on the money. It's exactly 12 inches in length, so very large, keep that in mind. And then 5.1 inches in depth, so this way, 5.1, just keep that in mind, it's a little wide. And then 2.1 in height, and that's the kicker right there. You're going to probably want a 3 slots free for this. It's technically a 2.7 slot design, but you'll want 3 slots free, because remember, you want this to breathe underneath and bring in air and be able to keep that cool. So that's the video card there. Check out our review. Again, we have all the clock frequencies shown there, what this actually runs at. We have a full overclock on it. We also have all our performance on this video card, showing you gaming performance and all that. So it's a good review. Check it out on our website, TheFPSReview.com. Thank you for watching this video. Give it a like if you like it. Leave a comment below. Stay tuned for the next one.